discover use callback. Then so run the application. npm start. Yeah, I'm getting some errors. Do you know why we are getting these errors? Yeah, Suchi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why we are getting this error?
Log file was missing.
Sorry, I can hear you.
File is missing. Faculties.json.
Oh, yeah. So we need to change the file, then npm start. Yeah, application gets started. Okay. So child is there, also grandchild is there. Yeah, this thing we have seen last time, right? If they are giving any value 5, then it will print the double of 5, 10. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then today we can see about use callback. So where is the child? Here is the child component. So child component is the child of parent component. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Go to the child. Yeah. Here, here is page. Grandchild is okay. So now I am changing values in the parent. Okay. It is not affecting the child component. Okay. Let's check it out here. Go to console. Yeah, go to source. Remove all breakpoint. Yeah, this is the child component. Keeping breakpoint inside the render and go to grandchild component. Keep the breakpoint inside the render. Okay. Now I am changing the value in the child component. See, the child component is going to re-render. Then that's it. The grandchild is not re-rendering. Okay. So do you know how we can do this?
Grandchild is not readable.
Yeah. Do you remember how we achieve this? Okay, child and the grandchild. Okay. Save this file. Refresh the page. Okay. Child component is loading as well as grandchild also going to load. Yeah, grandchild also loading. Okay. Now I am changing the value in the parent. Sorry, in the child component. See, the child component is re-rendering. As well as now the grandchild also re-rendering. But I am doing change only in the child component. Okay. Let us see change the value in the grandchild. I am clicking minus. Yeah, grandchild component is re-rendering. Yeah, that's it. When I am doing changes in the grandchild component, only grandchild component is re-rendering. But if I do any changes in the child component, the child component is re-rendering as well as grandchild component also re-rendering. Okay. So how we can avoid that? Forget,
Did not get it.
sorry,
I did not get it.
you didn't get my question, or you
Yeah, question I get.
okay. So do you know re-rendering all these concepts? Remember all those things?
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever you are doing the changes, component will re-render, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now this is the grandchild component. This green box is the grandchild component, and this pink is the child component. Okay, which is the parent of grandchild. So grandchild is there, and child is the parent of grandchild, and this parent component is the parent of this child component. So parent and its child and its grandchild. Is it clear? Yeah, Susmita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I'm doing changes. Okay, I'm going to click the minus button. So 97 will reduce to 96. Okay. When I am clicking the button, the grandchild component is re-rendering. Okay, that is fine. Same time, I am going to click the button in the child component. Okay, click this button. Now the child component is going to re-render. That is fine, but it is again re-rendering the grandchild component. Okay, but I am doing change only in the child component. But here, child component is re-rendering as well as grandchild component is re-rendering. Both of the component are re-rendering. Got it?
Hello?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I asked how to prevent that. If I am doing any changes in grandchild is re-rendering fine. Now I am doing changes in the child component. I want only child component to re-render, but it is re-rendering the grandchild also. Okay. Why it is re-rendering the grandchild component and how we can avoid it.
How
Now you
to?
got the question?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Use callback
Sorry?
by using the use callback.
That's how we will make use of use we will make use of pure component. Okay. So for that only we will use the pure component. So if you forget about pure component, go and check up the pure component class video once again. Okay. So now I am going to make this grandchild into pure component by wrapping with memo. Take this
Okay.
from here to the first application. Okay. Take this. Okay. Now do the change in grandchild component. Grandchild is going to re-render. Fine. Same way, do the change in child component. Child component is re-rendering. Yeah, that is fine. Now the grandchild is not re-rendering unnecessarily. Only the child component re-render because I am doing the change only in the child component.
Okay.
So this is how we will make use of pure component.
Yeah.
Then I am going to change the value 26 to the child component. So where is the child component? Yeah. From here, I am sending the count 1 to the grandchild. Okay. Parent value equal to count 1. Now go to the grandchild. We'll bind the value.
Hello.
Value from, yeah,
Yes.
parent value. The first page, parent value not different of CourseJet 72. So first page. Right?
Okay.
Now I'm going to change the value in the parent. Yeah. Child is re-rendering as well as grandchild is re-rendering.
Okay.
Now you know why both of them is re-rendering. I'm doing change only in the parent. Parent component is re-rendering as well as child also re-rendering. So you know why?
No.
Why? Because now we are sending the value, count value, to the child component. So whenever count value changes, then child component also re-render. Okay.
Okay.
So here, let us see, I'm clicking plus, the value in the parent is re-rendering as well as it is binding in the child also. That's why both components re-render. Okay. The next thing, I'm going to send a function. Okay. So I'm going to send a function, decrement function to the child component. Okay. Okay. Constant decrement equal to use callback of, but not use callback of. It is going to be a constant. That's it. So here we are going to update the count value. Update count of count 2 minus 1. That's it. That's the page. Yeah. Now I'm going to click minus. Whenever I'm clicking, the count value is going to decrement. So same thing I'm going to do from the child component. So go to the child component. Okay. So now I'm going to keep a button. Yeah. So I'm going to give a minus button. By clicking this button, I'm going to call this decrement function from the parent. So just send this function to the child component. Go to the child component. Here I'm clicking this button. I'm going to call the decrement method of parent. Okay. So create a new button. Decrement parent count 2. Yeah. I'm going to click this button. With the help of that button, I'm going to decrement this value. Okay. So on click, I'm going to call the method of props.decrement. So in this, the first page, yeah, now click this button. See the count is decrementing. The value in the parent, I am changing the value from the child. Okay. And here also same. Okay. Now if you check For example, I am doing change only in the parent component. For example, I am incrementing the count 1. The parent component is re-rendering as well as child also re-rendering. Okay, I am changing 28 in the parent. Parent is re-rendering as well as child component also re-rendering. Again, same issue. Why? Because we are sending the function as a props. Incrementing is a function. We are sending that function as a props. So whenever parent re-renders, the child component will think it is receiving new function. So whenever you are doing change in the parent, the child component think it is receiving new function. So the child component also re-render. Okay. So to avoid that, we are going to make use of useCallback. So go to the decrement function, cut it, and wrap using useCallback off. Okay, we are going to assign that function. Also, we need to give the dependency value. Dependency value is count2. Just save this. Now come here, refresh the page. Yeah, child is re-rendering, grandchild is re-rendering. Fine. Now do the change in the parent. Yeah, child component re-renders. That's it. Grandchild is not re-rendering. Only the parent component re-renders. Again, I am clicking plus. Only child component re-renders. Grandchild is not re-rendering. So is it clear or got confused?
Clear.
Okay. So again, use callback hook is also mainly used for the performance, to improve the performance.